Hello friends, and welcome to Free Omelet Farm. If you're new here, my name is Emily, and if you are not new here, then welcome back. I'm glad to have you all. So it has been raining here for the past 4 days. We just had Hurricane Ian passing over, and we're in Pennsylvania, and so we don't have like the huge tropical storm force winds and things like that, but we are getting an awful lot of rain and our temperatures have plummeted. Even though it's been rainy though, there are still things that need to happen on a homestead, whether you feel like going outside or not. Today we are going to specifically be addressing the goats. Wetter weather is where parasites tend to multiply, especially when it's warmer out. It's not warm out, but it's still very wet. And so what I need to do right now is I need to go back and to all the goats, and I need to check their FOMACHA scores. What that is I'm essentially going to be pulling down their eyelids so that I can see the mucous membrane underneath their eyelid. If it's nice and red or very pink, then that's good. It means that they are not anemic. If they're getting very pale or kind of like a light pink, that's when we know that anemia is a problem, and that means that it's very likely that some kind of parasite has set in. So we're gonna check some eyelids. As it's getting cold as well, I also wanna get in some more straw for their bedding, but we're gonna take you down first, and we're just going to start by checking eyelids. So if you find that you have a goat that's very pale, there are ways of dealing with that. You can support them by using something called the Anemia Trio. It's kind of like a cocktail of different things to help boost their blood supply, or specifically their red blood cells. And hopefully we won't have to worry about that, but we'll just come in here and check everyone out and just be sure. Well, hi there, boys. You are very wet. You are all wet. Yes. All right, let's check you out. All right, so the way to properly check this, so you're gonna close the upper eyelid, push lightly so that their eyelashes are kind of splaying out, and then pull down on the lower eyelid. Now see, he's nice and pink, so he's doing great. Come here, has to be done. Nice and pink. I'm just gonna feel their backs. Feels good. You also feel pretty good. You feel very shaggy. Okay, boys are doing good. Now we're gonna check on the girls. Let's come over here. We'll try and set you down so we can check them together. It may or may not work. I don't have enough hands to control goats and cameras, so we'll see. Oh, say hello. Oh, very good. All right, let's take a look at you. All right. Now, if you can see, she's looking a little paler, but she's still well within a safe range, so she's probably fine. She feels just fine. Let's check you, Hedwig. Cover, push, pop. She looks a little paler. I might try to run a fecal on her to see what's going on there. All right, let's bring you over. Nope, come here. Now I can't quite get her to cooperate. This little goat down here is Lottie. I am actually definitely going to try to get a fecal sample from her. We checked all of our goats a little while back, and when we found that she was anemic, we got a fecal sample and we dewormed her. But it is now 10 days out from that treatment, so it has been long enough that now I can check her fecal samples again to be sure that that was effective. If she still has a high worm load, then what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to choose a different deworm her, try again, and I'm going to continue on with the Anemia Trio. After I check everyone, I'm also going to bring down some liquid chlorophyll. That is something that I give to anemic goats. It really seems to make a difference. Okay, so that's the girls. Let's check the yearling goats, our older goats. Hello. You are all so sweet. You can't come in though. You can't come in, they'll beat you up. They'll beat you up. Yeah. Hello, sweet goats. How's it going? How's it going, huh? Oh, you have no problem. You are actually she is actually a little overweight. You can't really tell just by looking at them, but I can feel where her backbone is. And oh, you too, you're getting so chubby. You're feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's start checking eyelids. All right, who's gonna cooperate for me? Thank you. Okay. See. Oh, I'm about to do something so gross, you guys. The only way to do fecals is to have a fecal sample. I do not have a baggie with me, but I just saw Lottie poop. So, I so wish I had a bag with me. Okay, thank you for the sample, Lottie. I appreciate that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to pick up your poops. I'm so sorry. This is one of the unglamorous parts of farming, but I really stop. But I really need this fecal sample. Hey, Hedwig, Bella, stop. This is not the first time that I've thought to myself, you know, Emily, you should really carry plastic bags around with you. I've also had this thought about flashlights, about pocket knives, and about an egg basket. Why don't I just remember to carry things with me? It would make my life so much easier and so much less poop in my bare hands. Ugh. Poop in a bag, poop in a bag. I've got hot, fresh poop in a bag. If you know that song, you know. So I'm gonna do something really gross. I'm gonna store this in the refrigerator. It's sealed off. It's fine. But I'm gonna put that in there until I have the chance to get out my microscope this evening, because in general, the fresher the sample, the better. Now I am going to grab a bag in case I get any more gifts out there. But as I'm not really too worried about anyone, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I would like to get some Hedwig poop though. Say such weird things when we homestead. Ah, there you are. Whoops. Oh no, I'm upside down. Sorry about that. Well, aren't you the coolest of the cool? With your awesome baled straw. Hmm? Y'all are a mess. You know, we spend this money on hay to feed you, and you're like all munching on straw like it's popcorn. That is not your food. You're supposed to sleep in that, not eat it. Not supposed to eat it, Lottie. We're not supposed to eat it. Marshmallow. That is a look, girl. These sprinkles. They want to get into the fun, huh? All right. Enjoy your bed snack. Hello, friends. So last night I did end up running the fecal sample that I got from Lottie. And I was going to do kind of a quick walkthrough of the process of how to run a fecal sample in case you didn't know. However, I forgot that Wednesday night is the kids' camp out night. It's where they bring all their blankets and pillows downstairs and they camp out on like the sofas and kind of have like a camp out party in the living room. Which is of course right next to where I was running the fecals. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a quick run through of how to do that. So goat feces, so goat poop starts as like these little pellets. You're going to smush those up and rub them all in together. And then from there, you're going to weigh them. You want 2 grams. After that, you zero your scale. And you need to get the fecal flotation solution. I use the FecaMed. I think it's 60 milligrams, and you mix it all up really, really well. You run it through a strainer, and then that liquid that's been strained out, that is what you're going for. Then you're going to put those in your slide. I should probably say that this is a very specific method. I'm using a McMaster slide, and that is going to tell you how many eggs per gram. You can do this without a special slide, but you're not going to have an accurate idea of how many parasites there are. You'll just see what there is, what there happens to be in the solution. And you're going to stick in the microscope and you're going to look through it. And from there you count how many of each egg that you have, and then you multiply that by, I think, 50. I'm trying to remember this. I have it all written down, so I knew what I was doing then, but it's all gone now. I think you multiply by 50, so each egg that you find represents another 50. From there, you can look online to see if you have like a really bad infestation, or if it's like kind of middling, or if it's not anything to worry about. So when I did this, Lottie still had not just too many, but I kind of feel like since I'm so new at this, I might have missed something. So even though the amount of heartworms that I found in Lottie's system isn't enough to raise alarm, it's still more than I would have expected having just dewormed her last week. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up her dewormer and give her a second dose. And then I think I'm going to get another fecal sample from her so I can check my results against like an actual lab, and I'll have the lab run that, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Because, you know, I'm still pretty new at this, so that is my plan. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.